There were 17 New Zealanders that won gold medals at the 1990 Commonwealth Games, but we didn't have the same focus on us that Nikki did.
It really did become all about Nikki after the Commonwealth. It was like, maybe we don't need two gymnastic stories.
I do think that I was probably the lucky one. When I was about 9, I had a friend at primary school who started at the local rhythmic gymnastics club and came to school and told me all about it, and I instantly wanted to do it. Well, I won the first competition I went into, which was a bit of a surprise, but that was encouraging and I loved it.
So she would have been about 14, 15 maybe when I first saw her. She had so much energy and so much enthusiasm that I don't know how she didn't fall over a lot more than she did. That was something that really caught my eye, and that's what something a gymnast needs. They need personality. They need something that we all call the X factor because we can't really describe it. And she had that.
I qualified for the 1984 Olympics but wasn't selected. Then I trained for another 4 years and was selected and went in 1988.
Angela didn't make the finals in '88, but just going to the Olympics was massive.
So I came home from the Olympics and imagined I probably would have, retired. I'd achieved my goal. I was 21, reasonably old in gymnastics terms. But because the Commonwealth Games were only 15 months away and rhythmic gymnastics was going to be contested for the first time ever, and they were going to be held in my hometown, it was just too incredible an opportunity to pass up.
Well, rumour had got around that Angela was the one to look out for. The Canadian team were very strong, but there was a whisper that went around as soon as they came into the gym and saw everybody practising, and it was Angela. Angela's the one to watch.
Angela definitely had more pressure on her and more expectations on her than Raywin and I, the other two people in the team. We had pressure as well, but it wasn't nearly as much as Angela's.
I feel there was a huge advantage to me being here in my hometown, feeling the support of the crowd. There was cheers and whoops and, we were the hometown girls. So the day after the all-arounds was the finals day where you compete all 4 apparatus, and rope was first. And I don't think I've ever felt better in an international event than I did going out to do that rope. When we warmed up, a lot of the gymnasts were complaining and they were tired and they, well, we've got to do it all again. And I just remember thinking, I can't wait.
And the next competitor in the rope competition is Angela Walker from New Zealand.
I was actually commentating during Angela's routine, and I had felt I should say a bit more, but I was just almost open-mouthed myself because I could see something that had risen above gymnastics. A controlled move. Lovely double turn. Darting in nice and slow and controlled. I don't see too many perfect routines. I've always got something critical to pinpoint. I couldn't name a thing. In fact, I stopped. I just wanted to be part of the experience.
It was incredible to watch. It was one of those spine-tingling routines to watch. Everything was clean, everything was beautiful.
She wouldn't have had time to feel anything, but I felt her soul, and I felt like the whole thing just flew.
Oh, this is so well rehearsed. Big leap. Clean catch. Marvellous. Absolutely, I could see no flaw. I could see all the difficulties in there.
After what seemed like a really long time, but was probably only a few minutes, my teammates, Katie and Raywin, just came bursting through the door.
And we went in like crazy people and were like, you won, and she was in a complete state of shock. She just it didn't quite register. To see her on top of the dais and getting her medal and watching the flag go up and hearing our anthem, and it was for our sport, for our country, and for my friend, I was pretty much bawling, and the Australian gymnast next to me was like, hold it together, you didn't even get a medal. And I was like, it's my friend.
I just felt a real sense of fulfilment. That, yes, what we were doing had been justified, and I think she had a similar feeling, except she probably didn't quite know what to do, how to react and what to do with it.
So Angela ended up getting 4 medals in the Commonwealth Games. There was the bronze medal for the all-around. Of course, she got the gold for the rope, which was incredibly exciting. And then she also got another 2 bronzes in the ball routine and in the ribbon routine.
I commentated on just about every routine in that Commonwealth Games competition. I think it was only Angela's gold medal that got shown on the news or shown on the report. Nothing else was shown.
To win a Commonwealth all-around medal is crazy hard. And then when she got the gold, it was like, oh, they're going to be really after her now. And they really weren't.
She should have been watching from the stands, but an injury to a teammate gave Nikki Jenkins a golden opportunity.
Yes, immaculate. How about that?
It really did become all about Nikki after the Commonwealths, which was amazing and so deserved. And so when Angela won, it was kind of like, oh yeah, there's another gold, but we've kind of got our story already, and maybe we don't need 2 gymnastic stories.
Nikki had a lot of expectation and attention on her, which is a lot to handle if you're a young 14-year-old schoolgirl. I do think that I was probably the lucky one, you know, from this vantage point.
I personally felt that she didn't get enough credit and she didn't get enough really respect from people of what she did, because it was amazing what Angela did at the Commonwealths. And it's never been done since. And who knows if it ever will be done again.
It didn't really occur to me until I started to walk off the floor for the last time. And I could remember just taking my time a little bit about walking off, just walking a little bit extra slowly, because it was sort of the end of an era for me. You know, I'd been competing for such a long time, and to think that I'd never do it again. You know, I was really ready to retire and move on with my life. But I did just savor those last few steps as I kind of walked out of the stadium. I was really acutely conscious that that was it. I haven't been back for 30 years, so it's bringing back a lot of memories, and it hasn't changed. I can't believe how it's exactly the same as I remember it. One of the things that has occurred to me as I've reflected on my life is that, you know, we all dream of doing things, you know, and in my case it was, you know, going to the Olympics and winning a Commonwealth Games gold medal. I think because I did achieve probably more than I ever dreamed of achieving in the sport, it gave me this real sense of possibility. But what I've realised is that the real magic just happens in the everyday. You know, like for me, just being a mum is kind of as good as I think what life can offer. And that's kind of neat, to know there's something even better than achieving your wildest dreams.